Hey there, welcome to the Elsa Kurt Show. I am Elsa Kurt. Here we go. All right, guys, let's talk some of the current big topics right now. Number one being, I shouldn't call it number one, but it's the first thing we're talking about because it's not the biggest topic in the world. Before you jump all over me. Let's talk about Elon Musk and Twitter. What? I was surprised by that. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't really pay much attention to Elon Musk or any of these, big public figures. I don't really even know a lot about the guy. Before we did this, I had to do some reading up on him. I mean, I know he's a billionaire. I know Tesla, but I really didn't know a whole heck of a lot else about him. So Elon Musk, if you don't know anything more than I do about him, he is an entrepreneur and business magnate. He is the founder, CEO, and chief engineer of SpaceX, early stage investor, CEO, and product architect of Tesla, founder of the Boring Company and co-founder of Neuralink and OpenAI. He has an estimated, he's got an estimated worth of around 270 billion. How about that? 270 billion. How about that? That's as of March 2022. Yes, I'm looking on Wikipedia. Stop judging me. Jeez. He is the wealthiest person in the world, according to both the Bloomberg Billionaires Index and Forbes Real-Time Billionaires list. Wow. He was born to a Canadian mother and South African father, raised in South Africa, so on and so forth. So there's kind of his general background. I mean, we could read the whole Wikipedia page here. Wow, I said that fast, didn't I? We can read the whole Wikipedia page here, but that would be silly because you could just do that yourself, right? You don't need me to do that. Yeah, I mean, he is an interesting guy for sure. He has said a lot of controversial things over on Twitter and pissed off a lot of people, lost people lots of money in the stock market, apparently, because he said something about Tesla stock prices being too high, and that really made a lot of people angry. So a whole bunch of stuff that really ticked people off. Again, I have to be honest, I don't even care. And as far as Twitter is concerned, I got rid of Twitter a long time ago. I haven't been on there. I probably still have an account, but I deactivated it. So does that mean your account is gone? I didn't delete it. I just deactivated it. So I guess I could just go and reactivate it at some point, maybe now that he's on the board with a major sharehold in it, maybe I'll go back to it. I don't know. So, so I kind of, when I got this news, along with the rest of you, got it probably right about the same exact time, I just had this cheeky idea to, I don't know, make a video. Here it is.
Hey, hi. Listen, this is for Elon Musk. So if you're not Elon Musk, could you find a way to get this to him, please? So listen, I don't know how to say this, but I heard that this app was talking shit about you. They said you could not possibly afford to buy out this app. There's no way you could do it. I mean, that's what they're saying. I'm not saying that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you want to prove them wrong or something. I don't know. Just a thought. Thanks.
So, as usual, the comments section is always very interesting in these videos, and most of the people, got the cheekiness of it. Some people didn't. Somebody just called it right what it is, reverse psychology, which is exactly what I was going for. Blatantly, right? Yes, of course. Let's see. Oh, some people said I may or may not have a huge smile. He might have proved them wrong. I heard what happened with Twitter and I was so excited. I hope he does the same here. Now that would be awesome. Somebody said your wish is his command. Thank you for that. Larry with a whole bunch of numbers after your name. Thank you for that. I'm pretty confident that Elon Musk does not and will never have any knowledge of my existence, and I'm totally fine with that. Let's see. It's cute. Somebody said, speaking in the voice of Elon, basically said, challenge accepted. That would be fun. Lots of people saying that would be awesome. That would be great. Somebody complimented me on my haircut. Thank you. And lots of agreement. So I'm trying to find the one where somebody somebody asked, somebody said, do we like Elon Musk or not? He confuses me. Yeah, you know what? He confuses me too. I don't know what to think of him, to be perfectly honest with you. Here's what I do like, and this is, basically exactly what I said to this person in the comments. Here's what I do like based on what we're seeing right now. He is against all of this censorship going on these social media platforms. And I like that he's putting his money where his mouth is, or where I guess where all our mouths are really, because we're all trying to speak our piece here on these social media platforms. So I do like that. I do like that that is what his position is right now. Will it always be his position? I haven't the faintest idea. Again, I have no idea what motivates him to do the things that he does. I don't think any of us do, really. I mean, you can make all kinds of assumptions, and based on things that he's said and done in the past, you can judge on the fact that he is a billionaire. And, a lot of personality traits go with being a billionaire. So, and I'm sure he has plenty of them. Some nice, lovely compliments in the comments section. So sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Somebody said 9% stake in one major platform is simply a wise investment. He can influence, but to affect change, either 51% or buyout. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Is that true? Somebody tell me if that's, because he's on the board now. He got himself on the board. So I would say that's pretty significant. And I think heads are, liberal heads are exploding over in Twitter headquarters. There are people quitting or threatening to quit and leave their job because Elon is coming on board, and he's going to now affect their ability to censor people they don't like. Good riddance, goodbye. You should be gone and you should be fired. You shouldn't be allowed to just quit. You should be, actually no, if they get fired, they'll get some benefits. Yeah, go ahead, quit. Just quit. Have them all quit. Go. Bye. Oh, let's see what else. Yes, somebody said use Twitter. He owns it now. So maybe I will start using Twitter. I don't know. It just never really interested me. Somebody said I love him. Respect. He's super cool. He's so smart. Yeah, he's definitely smart. There's no question about it. He seems like he's cool. He seems a little quirky, don't you think? But I think that's a billionaire thing. Not that I know any billionaires at all. I don't even know one. I don't think I know any millionaires either. No, I'm pretty sure I don't. Oh, let's see. Yes, somebody stated the obvious. He said it would be awesome, but he can't buy something that isn't for sale. I know TikTok is not for sale. I'm just, dreaming out loud. If you don't know, TikTok has a lot of censorship going on too. As far as for conservative voices, our accounts get banned, left and right. And we're talking about people with like millions of followers, just banned overnight without any explanation. So let's see. Somebody asked, why do I want him to buy it? That's kind of like self-explanatory, isn't it? Based on everything? Maybe not. I guess that person has no clue. I think all the big accounts should get together and make videos that he can't not see this. That's very nice. So yeah, I'm still trying to look for that one. Oh, here's a weird one. Guys, people. He said, I think it's a guy, I don't really know. He said, or she said, if it's an idea, but I think you want to date him, what you think? No, honey, no, I'm happily married. I am not even vaguely remotely at all interested in Elon Musk or anyone else for that matter. Very happily married. So that was a weird comment, because you saw the video yourself. I wasn't flirting with him. No, I don't do flirting. Actually, I even when I did do flirting, I wasn't good at it. I was this girl.
No, that's crazy. That ain't real. That's dumb. That's straight dumb. You're dumb. You're nice. You excited for the holidays? I am. Anyways.
Somebody said that he dressed funny and smelt of batteries. I never heard that. I don't know if Elon Musk dresses weird and smells like batteries. I don't know. So yeah, so anyhow, so that's the gist of it. Generally, a lot of people are like, yeah, let's let him do it. A few people are like, no, definitely. There's some people who are very wary of Elon Musk and his intentions and his goals and plans and ideas. And I don't know, can it be worse than what these knuckleheads are doing over there already? Can it be worse? What's the worst he could do? Shut down the entire platform, make it disappear? One less platform for people to, waste our time on. And yes, I know I say that as somebody who needs these social media platforms to, do my thing. I mean, what I do is all internet based, basically, right? So I guess I shouldn't be biting the hand that feeds me. But yeah, we really could do with either less of them or more freedoms added to them. And it's a slippery slope, isn't it? It's a tricky little thing. There's a lot of people who say a lot of crappy things on there. And as much as we hate it, they should be allowed to. Hate speech, obviously, that's one thing. Bullying, that's another thing. We're talking about the normal scope of people interacting and voicing their opinions, even if they're unpopular, even if they're ugly. If you start taking those away, where do you stop? And of course, that's where we're at right now. That's already what's going on. Let's see. Twitter defenders say the company is free to do as it pleases since the First Amendment was only meant to stop the government, not companies. That is true. This has been like one of the biggest topics with all of this for ages now, that, the whole freedom of speech and what it really means and who it really applies to or what it really applies to. And yeah, that's generally true that Twitter is a private company, but it's also true that politicians and media companies have influenced what they do and who they promote and who they ban and who they delete. So yeah, once the government gets involved, that changes the game quite a bit. So they're right and they're also wrong at the same time. Let's see, I'm perusing the Daily Wire's article on Elon Musk. The exact title of that article is Elon Musk is putting his money where your mouth is. That's funny, didn't I think I said that like a minute ago? I just pulled this article up. They have a great quote in here from George Washington. It starts off the article by Peter Rex. It says, if freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led like sheep to the slaughter. That is a George Washington quote, and very interesting. Let's not forget that they banned the president, a sitting president. They banned the president of the United States. Now, I don't care if you love him or if you hate him, if you agree with him or disagree with him. None of that matters. He was the president of the United States of America and a major platform who was deeply involved in influencing the opinions and trends and thoughts of millions of Americans. They banned him. That should not be allowed, I don't think. But yes, I know what you're going to say. Private company, he can do what he wants, or they can do what they want. Not when governments are involved in influencing what goes out there. And we've talked about this many times. They're not hiding it at all. They're not hiding what they're doing at all. There's so many examples of it. So yeah, that's a hella story right there. Isn't that pretty crazy and fascinating? So in the news, we have Obama was at the White House just the other day talking about healthcare. And there's the video circulating. Here it is. And as you can see, it's just it's awful. It's awful. It's embarrassing. It's sad. It's very telling of what is going on here. I tell you what, I genuinely cannot stand the guy. I'm talking about Biden and Obama, actually, but Biden specifically. I can't stand the guy. I think he is a garbage human, without a doubt. We won't even go into Harris, but just focusing on Biden right now. I think as a politician, as a vice president, as a human being, I think he is garbage. And I make no apology for saying that whatsoever, because I stand behind it. And I give you tons of instances of why I think that. I'm more than happy to show all of them to you if you'd like. That can be a whole other episode if you want. But even though I despise him so deeply, to see this shell of a human being is a little horrifying to watch. And I don't want to feel any sympathy for him whatsoever, but because I'm just a human being, I actually, part of me can't help but feel bad, because he just looks like this lost little old man and with nobody there to guide him or help him. And it is appalling to watch. It's appalling to see, and that they are letting this happen, that they're letting this go on is so sickening and incomprehensible, that this is what they're allowing to happen, that they are allowing the president of the United States to look like a doddering old fool, like a dementia-riddled old fool. Where is the controls here? Where are his people? Where are his people? I mean, well, here's a little insight. Here's a little insight to maybe what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know.
Joe, not if you can hear me. What the Joe, get out in front of them. You're the president, bud. Out in front. Joe, have you gone blind? Why are you holding on to his shoulder? Let go, please. Let go. Where's he going? Joe, turn around. Turn, Joe, turn. Go the other direction, bud. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I'm making fun. Yes, there's no question about it. But at the same time, I'm not laughing, guys. I'm not laughing. It's kind of that like sardonic humor. I'm just appalled. And you have to wonder, like, what is actually going on behind the scenes? And then the next thing you have to wonder is, my God, what happens if he steps down? Look at what we're left with. Yeah, this is going to be a dark time in history for sure. Looking back on this, I'm living it. We don't have to look back to realize that we're living it. We're living in dark, dark, dark times right now. And God save us all is all I can say. All right, guys, for our last segment, I want to take a minute to honor some of our fallen officers of late. Our first one I would like to acknowledge is Deputy Constable Jennifer Chavez. She was a Harris County Constable's Office, Precinct 7, Texas. She died on Saturday, April 2nd. Deputy Constable Jennifer Chavez was killed when her patrol car was struck by a drunk driver on Beltway 8 near Fondren Road. Other drivers had called 911 to report that the driver of a Ford F-550 was possibly drunk and had just fled the scene of another crash. Deputy Chavez positioned her patrol car on the shoulder of Beltway 8 and waited to intercept the vehicle. The vehicle struck the back of her SUV while it was parked on the shoulder, causing it to burst into flames. Several bystanders detained the driver as he attempted to flee the scene. We are deeply sorry for the loss of Deputy Constable Jennifer Chavis. Our next fallen officer is Police Officer Trey Marshall Sutton. He was with the Henrico County Police Department in Virginia. He died on Thursday, March 31st. Police Officer Trey Sutton was killed in a three-way vehicle crash when a truck drove into the intersection of Wilkinson Road and Chamberlain Road at 8:30 p.m. He and his field training officer were transporting a prisoner to Henrico County Jail when their vehicle was struck by the truck and pushed into the third vehicle. Officer Sutton, his field training officer, and the prisoner were all transported to local hospitals in life-threatening conditions. Officer Sutton succumbed to his injuries shortly after midnight. He had served with Henrico's County Police Department for 9 months and had graduated from the police academy in February of 2020. He is survived by his parents and fiance. Deputy Sheriff Darren Almendarez, Harris County Sheriff's Office, Texas, end of watch Thursday, March 31st. Deputy Sheriff Darren Almendarez was shot and killed while off duty when he interrupted 3 men attempting to steal a catalytic converter at about 8:40 p.m. He and his wife were returning to their car in a grocery store parking lot when he observed the 3 men attempting to steal the catalytic converter. He instructed his wife to run from the scene before confronting the subject. A struggle ensued after one of the men produced a handgun. During the struggle, Deputy Almendarez pulled out his off-duty weapon and shots were exchanged, in which he and 2 of the 3 suspects were wounded. Deputy Almendarez was transported to Houston Northwest Hospital, where he succumbed to his wounds. The 2 wounded suspects drove themselves to the same hospital where they were taken into custody. The 3rd suspect was arrested a few days later. Deputy Almendarez had served with the Harris County Sheriff's Office for 23 years and was assigned to the Auto Theft Task Force. He is survived by his wife. Here at the Elsa Kurt Show, we send our love, our condolences, and our gratitude to our fallen officers. We'll see you next week.